NASA says its Voyager 1 probe, the most distant human-made object in the...
What if I told you that Voyager 1, the most distant object ever built by human hands, just sent back a signal that doesn't make sense? A signal so strange scientists can't decide whether it's a rare cosmic phenomenon or something completely new to science. Launched back in 1977, Voyager 1 was never meant to last this long, but here it is, still whispering secrets from more than 15 billion miles away. And its latest message has left even the experts stunned. Not too long ago, Voyager 1 was thought to be on its last legs. Its instruments were failing, its memory was glitching, and scientists were preparing for silence. But then, against all odds, it began transmitting usable data again. Imagine that, an aging spacecraft, powered by a fading nuclear battery, still alive after nearly 5 decades. At this point, every signal Voyager sends is like a message in a bottle drifting across a cosmic ocean. And the newest one? It didn't just carry routine data, it carried something completely unexpected. Voyager 1's plasma wave instrument isn't even designed to look for moving objects. Its job is to measure the faint hum of charged particles drifting through space. But recently, it picked up something so unusual that it couldn't be ignored. The signal wasn't static, and it wasn't noise. It fluctuated. It shifted in strength. It changed direction. It behaved like something in motion. Now here's the part that rattled scientists. This wasn't happening inside the solar system, where planets, comets, or asteroids could explain it. This was happening far beyond the sun's reach, in interstellar space, an environment that should be almost perfectly still. Yet Voyager had detected a movement, and it didn't fit the patterns of any known natural object. And the deeper they looked, the more the data seemed to defy explanation. Because the quiet region Voyager occupies right now isn't supposed to have anything like this. Why this makes no sense. The part of space Voyager now drifts through is supposed to be one of the calmest environments imaginable. Out here, there are no planets tugging with their gravity, no solar winds blasting outward from the sun. Temperatures hover just above absolute zero. Matter is so scarce that finding a single hydrogen atom feels like discovering a grain of sand in an empty desert. By all logic, nothing should be moving out here at all, and that's exactly why this detection is so disturbing. For Voyager's decades-old instruments to even notice a disturbance means whatever it is must be energetic, powerful enough to stand out in the emptiness. This isn't the type of space where a random rock goes tumbling by. Movement in this region should be nearly impossible. Yet something was out there, and it wasn't drifting lazily like dust or debris. It had rhythm. It had fluctuation, almost as if it had intent. Which left scientists with only 2 unsettling possibilities. And neither of them comes with an easy answer. The theories start. The first explanation was the safer one. Maybe Voyager had stumbled into some exotic natural phenomenon no one had ever encountered before. Some scientists suggested a strange plasma cloud, self-regulating and alive with electrical energy. Others pointed to possible magnetic knots, twisted fields collapsing in on themselves, releasing bursts that could mimic motion. Still others floated the idea of turbulence in the interstellar medium, hidden swirls of energy that had never been recorded so directly. But even these ideas didn't fit perfectly. The signal wasn't chaotic, it had patterns, fluctuations that seemed to pulse in intervals, almost like someone adjusting a dial. And that opened the door to a second, far more unsettling theory. What if the source wasn't natural at all? What if Voyager had brushed past some kind of artificial structure? Something designed rather than born of random physics. That suggestion immediately divides people. Some scientists refuse to even entertain it. Others quietly admit that the data doesn't rule it out. After all, natural objects don't usually shift frequency or change direction with such precision. The fact that the signal had intervals of activity and rest was hard to explain away. It looked less like drifting dust and more like modulation, transition. And if that's true, then the next part of Voyager's report is even more disturbing, because whatever this was, it didn't just sit still. It moved. Size of propulsion. Voyager's readings showed something that natural space debris just doesn't do. It changed course. Not dramatically, but enough to be noticed. Instead of drifting along a straight, predictable path, the signal shifted, as though the source was actively steering itself. Think about that for a second. Asteroids and comets follow ballistic trajectories, shaped only by gravity. Dust clouds flow with interstellar winds. None of them suddenly nudge left or right. But this anomaly? It did. Subtle, yes, but unmistakable. And Voyager confirms something critical. It wasn't anything from Earth. The probe has no secondary satellites, no equipment it could have deployed. Nothing human-made besides Voyager itself is out there. Which means if propulsion really was involved, then we're looking at a force we can't yet explain. And that's where the questions grow even stranger. Because if it isn't just drifting, then what exactly could it be? The bigger scientific questions. If this anomaly truly has propulsion, then it forces science into uncomfortable territory. Because that would mean something out there isn't just reacting to forces, it's controlling them. And if that's true, the possibilities are staggering. Some physicists wonder if Voyager stumbled onto a new type of matter, something beyond the standard model. A material that bends space-time differently, unlocking energy systems we can't even imagine. Others speculate it could be a plasma entity, a kind of self-sustaining energy cloud with its own internal feedback loop, almost alive, though not in any biological sense. And then there's the wildest possibility, that the signal shows signs of something semi-conscious. Not an organism, but an interaction that responds and adapts. Imagine energy itself behaving like it has awareness. It sounds far-fetched, but if the data is real, then our definition of life may be far too narrow. Of course, the more conservative take is that it's an exotic astrophysical event, something natural but unknown. Yet even that possibility is groundbreaking, because if Voyager really captured the first direct evidence of a new cosmic principle, it could reshape physics for decades to come. But here's the catch. Voyager won't be around forever, and that makes this mystery even more urgent. Voyager 1 is one of a kind. There's no backup probe out there, no second set of eyes to confirm its readings. Its instruments are over 45 years old, powered by a dwindling nuclear battery. Every transmission is precious, and every signal could be its last. That's why this detection matters so much. Unlike a modern telescope that can be repaired or replaced, Voyager is on a one-way journey into the void. Every byte of data it sends back could be the only record humanity ever gets of this anomaly. And that scarcity makes each reading feel like a cosmic gift, fleeting, rare, and impossible to reproduce. Voyager has already outlasted every expectation, but its final years might be the most remarkable of all. So what did Voyager see? Something moving far beyond our solar system, in the cold, silent reaches of interstellar space, something that doesn't match any known celestial object or behavior. Whether it's an entirely new phenomenon, a strange form of plasma, or even a hint of something artificial, it's a reminder that space is far stranger than we imagine. Voyager wasn't meant to last this long, yet here it is, challenging our understanding and leaving humanity with a cosmic riddle. We may never fully solve it. New missions, technologies, and ideas might be needed just to scratch the surface of this mystery. For now, we can only sit in awe. Because if a single battered spacecraft can stumble across something this enigmatic, who knows what else is out there, waiting, moving, and unseen. The universe is far from quiet, and Voyager, against all odds, is whispering its secrets across billions of miles, reminding us that the greatest discoveries are often the ones we least expect.